Good morning and welcome to Rise and Shine. We're going to take 15 minutes to get ourselves going. We're going to coax the body along first thing in the morning, and we're going to get into more active movements, which is what helps our bodies wake up and get us ready for the day. You might want a yoga block, a knee pad might come in handy. We're going to get started all the way down onto our backs. And once you're here, bend up the knees, feet onto the ground with your feet toward the edges of the mat, and let the hands be on the belly. Let the eyes come closed. And feel the belly expanding as you breathe in. And feel the belly falling as you breathe out, allowing your breath awareness to regulate your nervous system and help you relax. The movement of the belly should feel smooth and even. So allow those muscles to relax and your belly freely to rise as you breathe in and freely fall as you breathe out. And then keeping your breath awareness as much as you can as we begin into light movement. Again, as I suggested, coaxing the body along this morning. Let the arms reach out onto the ground directly away from the shoulders and begin to gently move your knees side to side. Feeling rhythm as you move. Allowing the muscles to relax, almost like the legs are dropping to one side and dropping to the other side. And then back to center. Wrap the hands around the knees and pull your knees gently toward your tummy. You're going to feel your tailbone lifting slightly away from the ground and starting to introduce a little bit of stretch into the low back. And then extend the feet up toward the ceiling. You're going to feel a stretch in the backs of the legs. Go nice and easy here. We don't need a deep stretch to get started. Bend the knees again, and then slowly lift the feet. Lower and lift. So we're using dynamic stretching technique here, meaning that we're moving in and out of stretch positions to get the body awakened and ready for more active movement. And then as you finish that last one, let the feet come onto the ground. Extend your legs out along the mat. Reach your arms behind your head. Pull your belly in and reach and extend, just like first thing in the morning, you're stretching and reaching and lengthening. Give yourself a deep breath. And then bend up the knees and wrap the arms around the legs and squeeze in. And then extend both feet up toward the ceiling. Hold on to the backs of the legs. Begin to open the legs wide into straddle and draw the legs back in. So first thing in the morning, we notice that the muscles aren't quite ready to go. Over the course of the nighttime, those muscles get shorter, they get a little tighter. So we make these movements slow at first, coaxing the body along. You'll feel these muscles starting to awaken and lengthen, and you'll feel some warmth coming to your body as we make these movements. And then release. Bend the knees, let the feet come back onto the ground, and repeating that stretch position. So walk out the legs, reach the arms behind, stretch it out. And then bend up the knees, wrap the arms around the legs, and squeeze in. Bring your feet onto the ground with your knees bent and your feet about hip width apart. Now you can't see your feet here, so you're guessing that your feet are about hip width apart and arms are by your sides. Go ahead and bridge your hips up off the ground and squeeze the glutes. So we're starting to get some activation in muscles here that will also help aid in warm up. So squeeze the glutes tight and then roll the spine back down. Lift again, bridge up, squeeze the glutes tight at the top, and then we roll the spine back down. So one vertebra at a time, we lower down and then lift right back up. Lower down and lift back up. Let's do it twice more. And then we'll add to it. So bridge the hips up, lower down. As soon as your tailbone touches the floor, lift both feet up toward the ceiling, and you're gonna feel a little stretch in the backs of the legs. I want you to pull the toes down toward the kneecaps. So your heels are reaching up, but your toes are pointing down. That's gonna give you a stretch there. Bend the knees, land the feet onto the ground. We're going to bridge up, squeeze the glutes tight at the top, roll the spine down, lift the feet up, lower the feet down, bridge the hips up. We roll it back down and lift the feet up. And then lower the feet one more time through. Bridge first, and then feet up. And then release, bend the knees, feet back onto the ground. This time, stretch your legs out, or your left leg out along the mat, and wrap the hands around the right knee, pull the right knee toward the right shoulder. Oh, I love this stretch, so good first thing in the morning. Now begin to move your right leg side to side. Awakening the hip, getting some blood flow around the hip, in the muscles around the hip. And then back to center. Extend the foot up toward the ceiling. You can hold on to the leg if you need to, or you can let the leg be on its own. Start to make some ankle circles. This is a great exercise to do first thing in the morning with the foot up above the heart and the combined movement of the foot. We're increasing circulation and blood flow. Reverse the direction. And then bend the knee and let the foot come back to the ground. Stretch out the right leg, left leg comes up, wrap the hands around the left knee, pull it in. Begin to move that leg side to side. I love the feeling of rhythm and flow. We can focus on the movements, keeping the mind quiet so we don't allow the mind to jump into any thoughts about what's ahead of us during the day. You're just completely focused in on your breathing, focused in on the feelings and sensations of your body. And then back to center, extend the foot up toward the ceiling and into those ankle circles. Reverse direction. Bend the knee and let the foot come onto the ground. Stretch both legs out. Reach the arms behind your head. Give yourself a full stretch. And then release. Bend up your knees and rock yourself up. Upright, seated position. Nice work so far, everybody. We're going to get the core going here. Great way, again, to warm up with some easy core exercises. So, seated position, hands underneath the knees. Lift that chest up, get nice and tall. Walk the feet in. You're going to find a balance point here, so you lean back toward your tailbone a little bit until you can find a balance so that you can lift the feet up with ease. So you have to lean back a little, find that balance point. Now, you can keep the hands underneath the knees or reach the arms out in front. Feel a bit of heat in your body. Let's hold here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now cross the right foot over the left, widen the knees, and take a very easy forward fold. Your hips aren't going to be ready for a deep forward fold yet here, so just go forward nice and easy, come right back up. We're going to lift up into that boat position again. So lean back, heels down, or feet lifted. If this is too much for you, just keep the feet on the floor, no problem. Otherwise, the feet are lifted, you're lengthening. Your option to keep the hands on the knees or lift the hands up away from the knees. Hold. 3, 2, and 1. Cross the other foot on top, your left foot over the top. Widen the knees and forward fold. And then come back up. Now we're going to focus more on that forward folding. So switch the other foot in front again. So the right foot in front, lean forward, lift up. Switch the feet, lean forward, lift up. Switch the feet and lean forward. Keep going with the same pattern, switching the foot each time, the other foot on top. Now you're going to notice that you'll go down just a little deeper each time, but your goal isn't necessarily to get low. All we care about is the basic movement. Let the movement be what creates the flexibility. One more time. And then release. Back to center position. If you are more comfortable seated, don't hesitate to put that block underneath you. It gets the hips up off the ground, gives you a little bit more room. So don't hesitate to do that if you need it. Belly pulled in, nice and tall. Reach the top arm up and over. Now again, all we're doing is moving through a nice, easy sequence here. So you're not trying to force the stretch, in other words. Just find a movement that feels comfortable. And before you know it, in our 15 minutes, you're feeling, wow, I feel ready for my day. So easy to get ourselves ready through movement. Last one. Great. Come on to hands and knees. Use that knee pad if you need it for your cushioning for your knees. Tabletop position. Round the spine, tuck the chin, look toward the ground or toward your toes, and then arc the spine and look up. So again, go gradually. As we go through a few repetitions, you're going to find your spine is ready for a little more movement. I breathe in as I look up. I breathe out as I look down. One more time through. Good. Back to neutral spine position. Widen the knees. Move your hips toward your heels. Now, if your knees give you problems, just do it like this with your hips up toward the ceiling. If your knees are fine, you can push the hips back a little lower and then come back up. Hand back into tabletop. You're going to sit the hips back, elbows down, push back up. You decide how far you're going back. Partially is fine, or all the way if your joints are happy. Come forward and back, forward and back. Let's get it a couple more times. And release back to tabletop. One more from here, and then we're going to come to standing. All the way up onto your knees. Again, use your cushioning, or you can come up to standing if that would be better for you at this point. Now, reach the arms up toward the ceiling. Look up, stretch it out. Feel some length coming to your spine and to your shoulders. Lower the hands back down behind and come halfway down, or all the way down, crown of the head touching the floor. Lift up, reach up, and reach down. Breathing in as we come up, and breathing out as you go down. Press up, and down. Last time. And release. Come on up to standing. All right, fantastic. We're feeling great. We're up on our feet. We're just about ready to go. Take your legs wide. Reach the arms up high. Stretch it out. Look up, lift up. Now squeeze your leg muscles tight. Pull your belly in, lengthen it up. Lower the arms halfway down. We're going to lean and lean. Lean and lean. Give yourself a smile. It feels so good to get ourselves ready. Lean and lean. Lean and lean. Bring the feet in and find some balance here. Pick one foot up, give it a little shake out. Other side, pick it up, give it a little shake. And one more time, pick it up, shake it out. Maybe the knee as well. Pick up the foot, shake it out, knee as well. And back to standing. All right, A little more work on the spine here. So reach the arms up, elbows bend. Really work the shoulder blades down the back and look up. Squeeze the glutes. Bring the arms in, arms together, round the spine, look toward the ground. Open out, stretch it out. Bring it in. Open out, back bend. Bring the arms in, round that spine. A couple more times. Really find your range of motion here. Last one. Good. Arms by your sides. Now, let your spine round, your knees bend, reach down toward the ankles, drop your head. Hold this position, move your head from side to side. And slowly come back up. Reach up. You're rounding the spine, go down again. Round the spine, reach down to the ankles. And come right back up. Look up toward the ceiling. And reach down, round that spine. Come back up. Look up. And round that spine. Back up to upright position, tall posture. Arms by your sides. Feel the crown of your head raising toward the ceiling, and then head over the shoulders. Look toward the right. Look toward the left. Back to center. Tilt your ear toward your shoulder. Other side. Look up toward the ceiling. Look down toward the ground. Back to center. You are all done. 15 minutes. You are ready for your day. Thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Have a great day.